Hey, hello everyone, my name is Chris and welcome to another movie review. Today I'm gonna be reviewing the first Purge, and as usual I'm quickly gonna go through the story of this movie and tell you in short what the movie is all about. Then I'm gonna go and share my opinions and thoughts about this movie, so one big spoiler alert across the screen in case you didn't watch this movie. But in case you are interested in my opinions and thoughts about this movie, then stay with me till the end of this video and let's get started. The first Purge is a movie that came out in 2018. It's a thriller slash action movie, and it's a prequel to previous three The Purge movies. The first Purge movie, again like any other The Purge movie, follows a story of a few characters, and like I said, it's happening before all of three other The Purge movies, and the story actually shows you the concept and idea of the first Purge, how the first Purge happened. Basically what the Purge is, it's actually a night where all crime is legal for 12 hours, so you can go out on the street and do whatever you want. You can kill anyone, you can rob anything, literally all crime you can possibly think of is legal for 12 hours. And I really liked the idea of the first Purge's story. You know, I really loved how they showed what the first Purge was. So at first we can see people protesting against it, so there are people that are against the Purge idea and there are people that are for Purge idea, just like in other the Purge movies. And I really loved the idea of the first Purge's story. So we get to see that that was just a governmental experiment where government invites people to participate. You know, if you're gonna participate at the Purge night, we're gonna pay you for that. And you know, of course there is a lot of people who need money, so they join the project and they participate in the Purge night. And again, we have, like I said, few characters that we follow through that Purge night, surviving the Purge night. We have this drug lord that owns one small part of island, and he dominates it completely, and he's like that badass that makes drugs and all kind of illegal shit. Then again, we have this girl that used to be his ex-girlfriend, and she is a good girl. She realized that what is he doing is not really good thing and it's illegal, and she tries to live peaceful and calm life. Then again, we have her brother that is also trying to live peaceful and calm life, but he does bad things still. You know, he still deals drugs around and hangs out with the people that are not really good and like those drug dealers and stuff, and she's trying to help him. And basically those are the main characters we follow through this movie. There is other few side characters that are not really that important, but yeah, those are like three main characters that we follow through the movie, and all of them have their ambitions and goals and things they want to do at the Purge night. Drug lord, for example, he wants to keep his drugs safe because he knows that other criminals will try to steal his drugs and his job and money, and he just wants to protect these drugs and his job and money at the Purge night. Then that girl, she just basically wants to survive that Purge night. She does not want to have anything with murdering or any illegal things, crime or whatever. Then we have her brother. He wants to kill one guy at the Purge night that hurt him, and he's really angry at him, and he lies to his sister that he's gonna like stay home or whatever the Purge night, but he actually goes and persuades his vengeance on that guy. And that's pretty much the whole story of the Purge. You know, there is nothing really that much that happens in this movie, and that's what makes me actually sad. You know, I really enjoyed the first three Purge movies, especially The Anarchy and Election Year. I loved the characters in The Anarchy and The Election Year. We follow the same characters and story kind of continues, and the characters are actually interesting, story is actually interesting, and I think the first Purge could have interesting story, but it didn't. You know, it had potential. I really loved the way story started in the movie. I really loved the whole concept of that was the experiment, and you know, people are not really confident about what's going on. They're not sure what that the Purge project is or whatever. You know, the main reason why you wanna watch the Purge movies is because of carnage. That's the most entertaining thing about this movie. You just wanna see people going out on the street, doing all these crimes, killing each other, murdering each other in the most brutal ways. And what I really enjoyed in the Purge movies is just that human sick-minded creativity. You know, you can see people dressed into some weird masks, and you can see those real psychopaths doing all the crazy shit on the street, and that was something that was really entertaining to me in the Purge movies. And you can see that in the first Purge, but not as much as you can see in previous three Purge movies, because it does make sense if you think of it, because it's a first Purge and people don't really feel confident and like they should be doing these crimes. You know, it's the first Purge and they don't really think that it's okay to do those things, and you know, experiment is not really going well and people are not really committing any crimes, so the amount of carnage is like completely reduced compared to other three Purge movies, and that's just the largest sin in this movie. Like, they removed the most interesting part of this movie, and that is carnage. I mean, there is carnage later in the movie, but you have to wait a long time for that carnage that is the most interesting part of the movie, obviously, to start happening, and they just reduced it. Again, it makes sense because it's the first Purge night and people never got a chance to do anything like that before, and they're not confident, they don't feel comfortable with doing all these crimes. And yeah, I understand perfectly that it does make sense if you think of it. But again, from the other side, the Purge movie is all about killing, murdering, and seeing all of these brutal and creative ways people kill each other. And that's just something I really missed in this movie, and that's something that I had problems with this movie. I think that's the biggest issue for me in the first Purge. Second thing that made me laugh at some moments are visual effects and sound effects. At some points, they literally feel like they were made with some cheap programs that you can download from internet and like mix them up in like Movie Maker or something. I don't know, they felt so cheap, and you can see that on the screen. Like, there is, for example, one scene when characters are like fighting in the smoke and all the blood and everything, it looks like it's been done with a Movie Maker or something. It's really terrible, and it hurt my eyes when I watched it. Like, I was like, ugh, really? No, just no, come on, what happened? In previous three Purge movies, effects and sound effects were completely fine, and they just completely fucked it up in the first Purge for some unknown reason. Like, why you had to do that? It was totally fine before, and in the first Purge, it's not fine. It's not fine at all. These visual effects, they're terrible. They're really terrible, and they really look cheap, and I think I honestly could have done better job myself. Second thing that I was really annoyed with in this movie are some of idiotic choices that characters make. They make such stupid mistakes. For example, there is a scene where guys are under fire and they just run in the middle of fire. They just don't care about their lives or whatever. They just run and they die. And I'm like, seriously, dude? There is a guy shooting with AK-47 at you, and you think it's a good idea to just like run through the like open space without any cover or whatever? And I was like, well, okay, guess that's how this movie works. So yeah, I think this movie had some terrible effects, and the story could have been better, and it takes a long time before all that carnage starts to happening, and when it starts to happening, it's reduced significantly compared to other three Purge movies, and it's just terrible. It's just really big sin for me, and I can't say I enjoyed the first Purge movie as much as I enjoyed the previous 3 The Purge movies, because I really didn't. And I think this could have been much better movie if they worked on a story a bit more, and if they fixed those visual effects that really hurted my eyes. Characters don't feel that interesting either, as in previous The Purge movies. And in general, it was maybe fun movie for a moment, but in the end I felt it was like a bit of a waste of my time, I would say. You know, I didn't really enjoy it as much as I thought I would enjoy it. I expected more explanation to the story and to the Purge event and how it happened, and I felt they could have like put more details into story and make it more interesting that way, but they didn't for some reason. And that's pretty much it about this movie. So yeah, if you love seeing thrillers where people like kill each other, yeah, you might like the first Purge, but I think other 3 movies were much better, in my opinion. That's all I'm trying to say. So this was not really the best in the series. If you like this movie review, go ahead and leave a like, share, comment, or subscribe if you want. If you don't want to, it's totally fine. If you have any questions, you can leave them on my ass.fm. Link is down below in the description, together with my Chris Facebook group that you can also join. Link is also down below in the description. So ask me any questions, join the group if you want. If you don't want to, you don't have to. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next videos. Thank you for watching, and Chris out.